finished. Oh my gosh. Yep, I am here with the flip through of my September's Tsunami Rose Design Team project, which was a which is a faith journal. I used quite a few of her Bible, faith stroke Bible themed kits. I've popped the names of all the kits that I used below in the description box. We have some bits left over, which I will just make a pretty envelope for and pop them in. This is a random act of kindness gift that's going to one of my friends. Obviously it's a random act of kindness, she has no idea. But the whole journal was done with her in mind, so it's probably not your typical traditional type journal or anything like that, but you know, it spoke to me all the way through, so I listened. And like I said, with my friend in mind, the friend that's receiving this in mind, this is how it turned out, and I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with it. Missed a bit of lace. Not that it matters, but it was bugging me. But yeah, so she is closed together with this beautiful lemon coloured, not sari silk. Why do I always want to say sari silk? It is organza ribbon, and it is just looped through an eyelet in the back, so it can be totally removed. Yep. So if the recipient decides she would like to put something else in there, that is entirely her choice. It is not a permanent fixture. And of course it doesn't even have to be used like that. You can just wrap it around and tie it. You don't have to put it through the closure. I just put that there as an option. And like I say, it loops through there, and then I'll come to that later anyway when I come to close it up. But I have used a hitch post, I believe they are called, or referred to. I've used a hitch post closure thing. So the lace, ribbon, whatever, ties around there. First time I've ever used one of them. And so I used the cover from a book called Sense and Sensibility. I completely gutted the book and obviously took out the book block, which is here and will be used for other things. And then I reinforced the spine on the inside. It didn't need much doing to the outside, so I just used some calico that I had. And then I got the eyelets misaligned and it was bugging me, so I just added this lace trim along. You can't really, it's not picking up properly on the camera. There we go. I just added this along the edge of the spine. Sorry, can't talk today. Just to take your focus away from that. You can still see it, but now your main focus is the lace. And then I use the same lace to just go along the edge in here, and then on the edging on the back, just to give it a bit of something extra. I've used book corners. I've added some beautiful silver book corners. The book was fine. Like the cover was fine. It didn't really need any reinforcements, but I just thought, you know, it just finishes it off nicely. So I added those. And then I did this die cut. I have a metal die that does this beautiful cross design, very intricate, and yeah, I kind of forgot I had it. Then I found it again and then I lost it. I misplaced it and forgot about it and then remembered right at the last minute. So yeah, I figured that needed to be on there somewhere. It's probably not your most traditional cross or anything like that, but I just thought it was beautiful and it looked nice on here. However, it kept getting lost in the background because of how the colour scheme of it. It kept getting lost in the background of the book, and I used the book cover because I love this beautiful design on it. It didn't need anything doing to it, apart from covering the spine where the thing there that said Sense and Sensibility, you can actually still see it slightly through, just the colouring of it. But I really liked the book cover. There's something about it that spoke to me. It had more of earthy tone to it. I don't know. I can't explain it. It just did. It has a bit of aging to it along the edges. Naturally, I haven't inked. That's natural. I actually haven't inked anything in this book. But like I said, this kept getting lost in the background, so I just mounted it on some black card. And this is beautiful. It's textured, it's gorgeous. And I actually die cut it out of a wallpaper border. So there's a lot of texture in the border as it is, and I used this section, the brown section, because I didn't think that would stand out, so I used this browny section. And I love how it turned out. It's beautiful. So let's get into the book. And because I got the eyelets wrong on when I was binding, these are not exactly straight. The signatures aren't particularly straight, so what I did to try and counteract that was added some pink, beautiful soft pastel baby pink lace trim on the inside. Because of this wavy edge, I figured it'd take your eye line away from the fact that it's not straight. I did the same in the back, although it's not too bad at the back. But yeah, so there you go, that's that. It is a traveller's notebook style journal. So the signatures, it is a 3 signature journal and a traveller's notebook theme. So the signatures can be removed. It is bound with elastic binding, and you can carefully, if you find, there you go, the last page in the signature, you can actually remove each signature, put it to one side, and then make your own and replace them or add pages to them. It is entirely up to the recipient. It feels strange not saying who it is, but as I said, this is a rack, so it's a surprise. Oh gosh. Right, let's get into it. So I have used one of the journaling cards as a tuck spot just here in the front, and as this is a rack, a random act of kindness, I found this sticker in my stash and I just figured it had to be there on the front. And it says, carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. How good is that? And these end papers, as they call them, in the front and the back are the original ones that belong to the book. As you can see, there are some aging and everything. There is some aging and stuff going on there. That is natural to the book. I didn't do anything with it. I figured I'd leave it because it just ties in with that natural feel to it. Again, there's the calico helping to reinforce, that's the word, reinforce the inside spine. I cannot speak today, guys, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so there's one of the journaling cards. Here are all the others. I tried to find places to put these, but it just wasn't speaking to me for some reason. So I figured, don't put them in then, just send them extra. She can do whatever she wants with them. So there are a lot. These are printed normal size. You get 4 to a page, normal size. And then we have some postcards as well. They're printed onto ivory cardstock. So, it's not mega thick, but thick enough. And they've all got scripture on them, which is awesome. There you go. So, like I said, those are extras. And then that's another one, and I just took that in there. And then I have these, which are like book plates. That one says my prayer journal, that says Bible journal, and then daily devotions. The other one of those is in the back as a tuck spot. Again, that says prayer journal, and I've just pretty much matched the colour scheme basically and popped that in there. But that's what you can, you could pop these in these pockets, or as you will see throughout the journal, there's a few tuck spots and things. Then we have one of these left over. There are 4 altogether, the other 3 are in the book. And it is just a little envelope that I did actually glue shut. I was debating whether to leave it open for extra journaling space, but I thought no, I will glue it up. And within that envelope is another little journal card. On one side says today's scripture, on the other side it says reflections, and each one of these has the same in it. Different pattern, but the same thing, today's scripture and what did it say? Reflections. And the journal, the little note card inside matches the envelope. That was one left over, and then we have 2 of these little tags left over as well. These actually didn't come with this kit. I already had these from my black and white theme journal, so, you know, I'm sure, from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure these didn't come with the kit, or they might have done. I can't remember now. But they're all, the names of all the kits that I used are listed below anyway. But yeah, so now we get on to the pages, and besides the ones with the lace trim on down the side, I've rounded all the corners, the pages. So, but yeah, beautiful kit page, and I've done nothing to it. It is all ready. This is why I haven't inked or anything. This is already like this. This is how it printed out. So yeah, it's just, I love it. Beautiful hummingbirds. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is a kit page as well. I love this. I love how it looks tea stained, but it's not. It's a print. And then we have a print of some tea stain paper. But yeah, so, and they work really well together. That's mine. So, but yeah, and then I've left that blank. I don't mind white. So I left that blank. And then we have another one of the envelopes. It says, be humble, go to church, don't forget to pray. Do they all say that? No. That says, show grace, walk by faith, rejoice in the Lord. And then, like I said, inside this, the design on this matches the envelope, and then today's scripture and reflections, but are different. That's like ledger paper design. The other one was just graph paper design. Beautiful shape. I love the shape of the envelope. I didn't like fussy cutting them, but I loved the shape of the envelope. I have just popped that over the page. I've tried, the reason there's only 3 in here is because I've tried to match them up colour schemes wise with the papers they're on. And that one, I don't know, that one spoke to me more. But yeah, so I've just got the back. This is actually the back of some paper from my stash. And I've added some nice thin trim lace on there. It's like crochet lace, but it's modern. It's not vintage, it's modern lace, but it's really thin and delicate. It's gorgeous. I've tried to leave a little bit hanging over, but then you've got this beautiful textured paper from my stash. Nice rich colour that matches this design. And these are great. You can write on these with a dark, you know, like, dark black, but a black marker pen or something like that, or even like a white gel pen sort of thing. Or you could use this as a photo mat, so you could use this to mat a photo, you know, just put your photo on and then you've got this beautiful edging around the edge of your photo. Or you could even, you know, just write on a piece of paper, cut it out and glue it in. The good thing about this journal is there is no pages in this journal other than what's in these little envelopes, but we'll get to that. There's no pages in this journal that have been tea or coffee dyed, so they will not break down the quality of your pictures. When pages have been tea or coffee dyed, they have acidity in them, and that acidity can break down the quality of your photos, and over time they go orange or yellowy colour, they look vintage. If you like that, that's great, but you know, if you're using an original photo, some people are worried about being able to preserve that photo. In this book, that's fine, because these are just normal papers that have been printed on. This is not normal paper from my stash. but these kit pages are just printed onto normal 80 GSM printer paper. So they may look tea-dyed or aged, but they're not. Even that is a print. So, you know, you're getting the effect, but not on the actual paper, so it's not going to break down your photos and things. So these are perfect pages for that. Or, you know, if you wanted to, if you have some glue, you could use these, which I was going to do to begin with, but then it, for some reason, something just said don't do it. And you could make pockets like I've done here with this. If you glue on the back, just down that edge and that edge, you have a tuck spot there, like on the front page. Or, you know, you could glue, well, I'd probably do it that way, around there like that, and then you've got a pocket going in that way. You know, so you could have a pocket there. But I don't know what it were, but it just said, something said no, don't do it, so I didn't. Probably because I also like the idea of being able to mount photos on there as well, given who I know this is going to. But yeah, so like a special occasion in mind would be great for this, I think. I'm saying no more because I know she watches my videos. But yeah, so that ties in with that kit page brilliantly. And then we have another one. And again, even though this is a fancy kit page, it's got lines on. You can write on that. You can write on that. Again, 2 plain pages, you write on them. But yeah, so that ties in with that. It's just, I love everything about this journal. Lots and lots and lots of journaling space in this. And then we come to the middle of the first signature. I love these middle pages. I know I made them, so I'm biased, but honestly, there's something about these middle pocket pages that I just really love. So I'm just created a belly band there with some like Hessian burlap style material that I had. Put some of the lace that I used on the front and the spine down the centre. You can see white through it because on the back of there is a piece of photo paper, glossy photo paper, just so it helps things tuck in and out better. There is a pocket attached to this page. Yep, there's a pocket attached to this page which I made from a wallpaper. Just a sample of, actually this wallpaper is the paper that I have on the wall here in the studio. But yeah, I just had it in my stash and I figured, oh, you know, it'll go well. Then we have some more of these little tickets, which I'm pretty sure now I did get with this kit. And I just popped them in each bit, each little strippy bit, like so. No, wrong one. In there. So again, you know, you could only a small verse or whatever, but you know, you could write on the back of those as well. And then pop them back in there, or you could take them out completely and put other things in those pockets. From my stash, I also had a couple of these scripture stickers, which are awesome, and you know, it just had to go on there. And then we have these. These are also part of the kit, or kits. You get these envelopes. There are 6 of these envelopes, all in the middle pages. And within these envelopes, again, I've done nothing to them. I haven't inked them or anything. They're already aged. And within these envelopes is a little booklet. Just, this is totally removable. It's just an extra piece of the wax thread that I used to bind this journal, this like mini notebook journal. So it's totally removable. It's just hooked under that bit there. I just put that on as an added extra to tie it closed. But within these envelopes is another book, and these are smaller versions of these, where these were printed full page, so you get 4 on a page. These were printed 2 to a page, so you get 8. And instead of cutting them out individually, like I did with those, I've kept them side by side and then just folded down the middle to create a book. Well, a book cover, and then I just added some paper. Now these are tea dyed papers, so these are going to be acidic, so I wouldn't add photos in here, but this is great for just throwing in your bag, hence why it's in this little envelope, because it's just the perfect size to throw in your bag, put in your pocket, whatever, you know, when you're out. I know times is strange at the moment and you may not be out and about as much as you normally are, but whilst you are out and about, you could just whip this out and stick a memory in there, or something that springs to mind, a quote or something, you know. And there are, I believe, the 32 pages, so counting, this is 1 page, that is 2, so you've got 2 pages, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 pages there, another 16 there, so that is 32. Then you've got the inside of this, so that's 34, and then if you wanted to, you've also got that side and that side, so you know you've 34 pages there. Yeah, 34, so just making sure I counted right. So if you wanted to use the front and back and the inside, so you've got 34 pages there in a mini little book in this envelope that you could just, you know, maybe dot around the house, or like I said, throw in your handbag or something, whatever. And then you've got the book itself. There is a lot of journaling space within this book. As a journaler, or previous, I don't so much do it now, but I did used to be a journaler. And as a journaler, I am a huge fan, I'm going to say advocate, but I am a huge fan of journaling space. So I try to create as much as I can journaling space in my books, whilst also making them fancy. I've said this before, I am a bit of a plain Jane when it comes to making journals. I don't mind adding colour and fluffy and stuff like that, but I do love leaving journaling space. So yeah, things like this, you've got a full beautiful page spread there, but it can all be removed. There's loads of journaling space without them. You know, you can still journal around that. You can take them out, journal under that, and then pop them back in, or not. Or you could use that take these out and use that for those. You could put those in as well. Plenty of options. But yes, so as I said, there's 2 envelopes there with 2 books in them. And you've got this side, the plain side, and then that. Another kit page. I love these pages, they're beautiful. I love how they're all coloured as well. Some more lace. I love that lace trim. Another one. And that's pretty much the theme throughout. You know, so it's got all the fluffy and fancy, but it's also plain and simple too. I love them spreads when you get to the middles. Not middles, but when you get to the next signature. Can't find it now. Where are you? There. I love the way these complement each other like that when you get to those bits. But yeah, so that's the end of signature 1. I haven't even counted how many pages are in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 18 pages on that side and 18 pages on that side. So that's 36 pages in one signature if you was to go on both sides. So right on that side and that side, that's that side and that side, that side, that side, that side, and then that side either write on it or put a photo on it or something. You know, it's still a page. So there's a lot of pages within this book, and then you've extra pages, and then you've all this extra journaling space. It's awesome. I think I need to make myself one. It's going to be really hard to part with this one. Again, another envelope. Okay, so this is one. God will guide you. God is love. I feel blessed. And then again, like I said, inside the picture matches the envelope, and just a little card that says reflections and today's scripture. Again, it matches, and the other side is plain on all of them. The other side is plain. And this one is a lined design. I love them. So that blue one was put there to tie in with that blue page. And again, so there you go, you know, you've got 2 more pages, 4, 5 even, no 6, what am I on, no wait a minute, so you've got, you could write on that, you could write on that, and then, you know, you've got that side and both there, so that's 4 sides, that's 5, 5, 6, if you wanted to be creative, you could even write around there. You know, get creative, guys. That's what journaling's all about. It's really good fun. If there's a blank space, you can write in it. Or not. But that's your option. And I love these. A lot of these pages, the coloured papers are textured. Again, like I said, from my stash. And there we go. I love them. I love the way these coloured pages tied in so great with the kit pages. That one's the opposite way. Oh yeah, that one's the middle page. I love this middle. This is my favourite page. I mean, I put a lot of time and effort into this, but I put a lot of time and effort into this page, into this. Again, another 2 envelopes with another 2 of those little notebooks in, exactly the same, just slotted into there. And very unintentionally, this actually has a bit of coffee on it there, and you hiding a little bit under there, these little white splodges there. I dipped accidentally the end of the ribbon in my coffee, and then when I moved it, it splat across my across the page. So, but yes, this was fun page to make. That is a sticker from my stash. There's a dragonfly on there with peace on it and some other stuff. Prosperity and purity, I think it says. Then I have another scripture sticker that was in my stash. And then we get to this beautiful pocket, which I made. So I layered up 2 pieces of the burlap. This pink one that I have. Then I put some white ruffle trim. I haven't made this, I bought this like this. I know a lot of us in the community are making these ruffle trims. I didn't make this, I bought it like that. I bought white as well with the intention of being able to maybe colour it, but I haven't got around to it yet. And it didn't need it on here. But yeah, so I put the ruffle on there. And then I wasn't liking how plain it was with that on, so I put some of this pink trim that we used in the front and the back. I put some of that on there. It's not sewn down there, but then I did sew across it to keep it all in place, and I love the way it turned out. As I said, guys, this is my favourite page, definitely. Again, there's a bit of white showing through there. Sorry. There's white showing through there because on the underside of this there is some glossy photo paper which helps things slide in and out more easily. That is part of the page of the kit. I have not spilt anything on that or coloured it. It is brown. That is part of the kit. They just fit in there nicely. Again, like I said, traveller's notebook style binding, they can be removed. And then we're on to the back of the pages. I love everything about this book. I love the texture of the pages and everything. It's such a tactile book, so touchy-feely. and then again the page spread. So that's the end of signature 2, and then we move on to signature 3. The layout is the same. There's the other envelope. Oops. This one says, everlasting love, have courage and be kind, the Lord is my strength. And then again, reflections and today's scripture. And again on a ledger style paper design. So that's that one. And again, that one was used in the book because it matched this paper. Just clipped in with a normal paper clip. I need to buy some fancy ones, I keep forgetting. That ties in with that, but I love how that also ties in with that. Oh, sorry guys. Then we have some more coloured paper coming up. I love this paper and that, and this paper is beautiful. It's got birds on it. Look at this. Not only is it textured, it's got birds and flowers on it. How beautiful is that? I love it. It's gorgeous. So it just had to be in this book, with it being a hummingbird theme. It just had to be in this book. And it ties in with that beautifully. I'm so happy I've got these coloured papers. And then we have that one. And then that one. And again, we come to the middle page of signature 3, which is actually a mirror image of the middle page on signature 1, but the opposite. So this one has the belly band on this side and the pocket on this side, and then this one is the mirror image but reversed. So the belly band on that side, the pocket on that side. Some more of those tags, little ditty tags, kind of in the same layout and order. And then again, 2 more envelopes with 2 more booklets in. So there is 6 of those booklets with all those pages in. You know, that's a lot of extra journaling space. Yeah, and again, another sticker from my stash, which may need taking off and putting a bit of glue stick on the back because it's peeling off. But yeah, so that's that, guys. I love it. I really, really love it. Again, like I said, elastic binding, traveller's notebook binding, can be removed, eat with care. And there we go, guys, we're nearly at the end. So, and I did manage to get it finished in time. Yay! Today is actually the 26th of September, but I finished this last night on the 25th, but I waited till today to do the flip through so the lighting was a bit better, and then it turns out to be a really rubbish day and the lighting's poo. So anyway, but then like I said, there is the extra book plate in there, and then I just put 2 cards in there, a postcard card and then a journal card in there. No particular reason I went with them, just the fact that I like the way the design pokes out the top. And then another sticker from my stash that says life is good. Because let's face it, if you're filling in a journal like this, it is. This journal is all about positivity. Yes, it's a faith themed journal, but it's also, I did it in also with positivity in mind. And you know, you can find positivity everywhere in everyday life. So there you go. That is the end of the book, guys. And there you are. And then I'll show you the binding. Oh, I just love it. Honestly, I've got to show you it from all angles because I just love it. It is alligator crocodile mouthed, but it's not really adding any pressure on the spine, because when I let go of it, it's not like this and you're having to squish it closed, you know, it just sticks out a little bit. But if you take all of these extras out, like these little envelopes, it won't do that. It does still do that, but not as much. But yeah, so, you know, all these envelopes and little extras, if you take them out, it will still do that because of this pocket, but it kind of closes a little bit more without all the extras in. So, but oh, it's just gorgeous. I love it. I love all this fluffiness at the side from the lace and the back. Oh, just everything. I love it. I love it. I love it. I did cut off so that it was level the bottom of the the calico and what have you, so that it was level, so when you stand it up. But at the top, I did leave it a bit fluffy, or I tried to. Yeah, so there is a bit poking up there and it's a bit fluffy at the top. But then all I do with this is, as you know, it's tied around there. I just wrapped it around. Tried to keep it together. I just wrap it around once. I didn't even pull it really tight, but just a little bit. And then split it, one at either side of the post, the hitch post. And then made sure that was there to keep it in, you know, keep it secure. I don't want it squished, but we want a bit of security. And then just tied a bow. That was it. There are ways of tying bows so that your bunny ears are at one side and your tails are at the other, but you can't do that. And that's it, guys. But there are loads of different ways of doing that. You don't even need to have it in there. You could just take it out and wrap it around once and tie a bow, whatever, you know. Entirely up to the recipient, but I just do it like that. Kept it together nicely. Yeah, so, and the book cover, thankfully, is a really good cover despite its age. It is a really good, strong, sturdy cover, so it didn't take a lot of reinforcing, so that's awesome. And as I said, each one of those signatures very carefully, I say very carefully because of the stuff that's in it, but can be very carefully removed, and then you can make your own and put your own in there once they're full. Or you could even add pages to it yourself. And then, like I said, these are all just the extras that also came with the kit that I will also include. Where's that? Oh, it's there. That I will also include. I'll just make a envelope to put those in and send along with it. But there you go, guys. That is my September's Tsunami Rose Design Team project. Oh, hi guys. Sorry, it cut off. I don't know why. Probably got up to the 30-minute mark, I think. But yeah, as I was saying before, it did cut off. Luckily, I saw it. Not just because this is a faith journal or anything like that, but journals do, when you're making them, they do speak to you and tell you what they want doing to them. I know it sounds strange and what have you, and people may laugh, but honestly, it does. I always end up sitting down to do a journal with a theme in mind and everything, and I get going, and then all of a sudden I'll hear a voice in my head going, no, don't do that, try doing this instead. And it worked. Yeah, it does. They really do speak to you. So anyway, as I said, excuse me, this is my finished Tsunami Rose Design Team. Hang on, I will start that again. This is my finished Tsunami Rose Designs Design Team project for September 2020. And thank you guys so much for coming along for the process of making this journal. Thank you for anybody who's just tuning in to watch the flip through. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for being here. And honestly, I can't wait to send this to my friend. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Daisy, for trusting me with your kits. I really hope I've done them justice. And thank you all for watching. I will speak to you again soon. Goodbye.